What's up, Cody Creating Purpose? I am here with Bren. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Happy to be
It's
here.
super awesome to have you. This is episode 5 of the Create Your Purpose show. Bren runs a company called Implicit. You're actually an author, an artist, and you have a pretty awesome vision for just what you're doing. Even if we just jump right into exactly what you're doing, just want to talk about what Implicit is.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always such an interesting question to answer because, like, do I answer with what I do, how I do it, or why I do what I do? And I think I want to answer with why I do what I do, and I do it because I see the world and I see people, I see this beautiful thing, but I also see a ton of suffering. And my entire life, all I want to do is just help alleviate suffering. And I find a lot of the suffering for people who live in this country, Canada, America, whatever, the richer countries in the world, they're all suffering in the mind. I mean, not all of us. There's some of us who are, they've got it all figured out. But a lot of people, so many people are suffering with a poor mindset, and then that leaks into their health, and then they have poor health, and then they poor relationships, and then just poor life. And I only say this because I've experienced this myself. I went through alcoholism. I was 60 pounds overweight. I hated my life. I was suicidal. My friends hated me because I was just an ass. And I've been able to make all these shifts just through, creating my purpose, through self-awareness, through finding myself and what's important to me and what I see in the world. And so I was a musician for years, playing music, doing that thing, and it was pretty cool. Like, I liked it. I had a success. Like, I was in a great band with great guys. Yeah. We performed shows, hundreds of shows for thousands of people. People loved our music. It was great, but I was miserable. Yeah. I didn't know why I was miserable. And I was always fighting with my brothers, fighting with my bandmates. I was fighting with everybody. It just wasn't working. And then I think it was New Year's Eve of 2014, my brother calls me. Or it wasn't my brother who called me, it was my mom who called me, and she was crying hysterically, asking what's going on. Like, you need to go to the hospital right now. Your brother just got in a car accident. And I was terrified because this was like my best friend. And the day before he got in this car accident, he actually called me and said he wanted to quit the band. And I told him I hated him. I even told him, I will kill you. I was like, I will kill you. And the next day he gets in a car accident and almost dies. And so I had to go to pick him up at the hospital. When I got there, I couldn't believe it because, like, I felt all this hate. I was holding on to all this anger and pain and suffering. And when I saw him there, I just tried so hard not to break down, and I just told him, I was like, this is what happens when you quit the band. It's like, this is what happens. Right?
Oh my God.
And
I can relate to quitting a band. It's hard. Yeah. It's like you're tied to each other.
It's like your brothers. It's your family, right? And so, I mean, we had a little laugh about it. We're brothers, so we didn't, it didn't ruin our relationship at all. But it seemed like 20 days after that happened, I went to a deep depression. I just locked myself in my room. I got video games, liquor, drugs, just junk food, and Netflix. And I just
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, Netflix and chill. Anything I could do to distract myself from how I felt. Like, as I felt all this anger and all this hate. And meanwhile, my brother calls me after 20 days. He's like, man, I just read this book. It's called Think and Grow Rich. He's like, it's so amazing. It'll change your life. I'm like, come on, bro. He's like, this is the reason I quit the band. And I was like, well, if this is the reason you quit the band, I should probably check this out.
I should probably listen to it.
And I did, and it completely changed my life, man. It set me on a whole new direction in life, and it shifted my entire mindset. It explained exactly how I'd been living, how I'd been thinking, how I'd been treating the people around me, how I'd been treating the band, which was supposed to be my ticket to success. It was like everything and anything that ever mattered to me.
So you had a one defining moment,
it was huge for me, man. And it wasn't until months later that I had the idea to start Implicit. Well, I mean, Implicit came years before that experience. Actually, it started off as just an independent record label. I wanted to find a way to bring all the amazing musicians that I had met in my community and outside my community. I wanted to bring them all together under one record label so we could create awesome music and just do cool things. Yeah. And I teamed up with there was probably 5 or 10 of us together doing this. Yeah. And within 2 months, everybody was gone.
And Implicit's in Chatham, Ontario.
It was just me. Implicit in Chatham, Ontario. Yeah. And so we created this record label, and it basically died. And I didn't do anything with it until, probably 6 months after I had that experience, my life changing, my brother almost dying, me realizing what was really important in my life and discovering what I wanted to do. I teamed up with some amazing people here in the community, and we created Implicit. And basically the whole idea with Implicit is to create empowering entertainment for worthwhile entertainment for worldwide empowerment. That's the whole idea. And so we do this with music. We create music We also share other people's music. We especially love to share music that has like a deep message. Like I'm like a lyrics kind of guy. Like when I'm listening to music, I really like to listen to lyrics. What's this guy talking about? What emotion am I supposed to be feeling right now listening to this music? So we do music. We do also motivational, inspirational, kind of personal development content. So we do a daily podcast Monday to Friday. We're very heavy on social media, just sharing cool stuff, promoting a positive message essentially. And we also do art, which is, photography, design, artwork, people doing art, like sketches and stuff, filmmaking. And yeah, so the whole point of this company was really just to create inspiring entertainment for people. So like, you ever watch a movie and then you get through the movie and you're like, why did I watch that movie? Like, my life is not better. I'm no happier. Like,
I wasted 2 hours of my life.
Yeah,
it's awful. Yeah,
exactly. But then on the other hand, when you watch a movie that makes you cry, or watch a movie that changes your life, or you listen to a song that really hits you and makes you think of something that maybe you've been suppressing or not wanting to think about. And so that's what I want to offer to people, because I've had an experience like that myself, where it was an audiobook on YouTube that changed my life, right? Or it was like a certain line in a certain song that just popped out to me and changed my life. Or it was a public speaker, somebody who's got an inspiring message or story that changed the game for me. And so with Implicit, the whole idea is to bring that amazing content together in one place so that our community and our people could find that and they could share that and change lives.
That's awesome. It's great that you have a clear vision for what you're doing. And it's just, like I've kind of like watched from abroad over the past little while, just exactly what you've been doing with, you and your brother, with this whole movement. Like at the end of the day, it's a movement.
100%. Yeah.
And, whether it be with art, like as an artist, as a, an author, tell me about that. Like you have a published book, that's crazy. Yeah. Tell me about that. Like what sparked that? What how did you wake up one day and said, I'm going to write a book?
I need to write a book. Ever since I've been started this personal development material, this personal development journey, this journey of self-awareness, creating my purpose, creating my life, designing my life, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
I've had so much to say. I've just got so much on my mind. I've got so much that I had to get off my chest. And a lot of it's just to do with my own personal experience. Like, I've experienced things in my life where I've gone from depressed, miserable, wanting to kill myself, to on top of the world and loving life and inspiring the people around me. And I feel like it'd be really selfish and irresponsible to not share that. Yeah. Why would I keep that information myself? If it could change my life, it could change somebody else's. And so we were doing podcasts for a while, and then the one day I was like, man, we need to just write a book. Some people don't like podcasts. Some people like to read.
Some people learn differently.
Yeah.
So did you and your brother write the book together, or?
Yeah. So we wrote a book together. I wrote a book on my own, and over the next 12 months, 2017, we have a book planned for every month. So every month there's going to be a short ebook with a journal, and we're also creating like a mastermind group around that. So we're going to get together like a bunch of people who are committed to change, and they're committed. It's going to be called the Mastery Series. So for the next 12 months, you're going to master a different era of your life. So month 1 is about mastery itself. You got to master developing habits. In month 2, it's about motivation. Month 3, it's about mindset. And so every month there's a different focus, and there's different challenges that go along with that. And then we get together in a mastermind group, and if you have any questions or any kind of ideas, we get together and brainstorm with each other on how we could solve each other's problems. And then at the end of the year, we're going to do a big event where we get everybody together. I mean, we got people from the UK who want to come to town.
Like global impact, people that are tuning in to your podcast globally, and just really getting something out of this experience that you're just sharing. We were talking earlier just about, everything that you're doing, and it's authentic, and I can sense that feeling of authenticity, and people really look for that, and they really look for that authentic approach. It's I'm on a journey. I'm just I want you to come with me, essentially. Yeah, it's exactly that, man. I have to be careful sometimes not to get carried away, telling people how to live, because that's not what I'm doing. I don't know the answers to the perfect marriage. I don't know how to raise the perfect kids. There's some things you don't have any kids, right?
No. There's some things I don't know. Yeah. But there's some things I do know. I know depression. Yeah. I know being suicidal. I know having anger issues. I know feeling lost. I know feeling stuck. I know how it feels to find your purpose, to design your purpose, to create your purpose, to find the power that's within, to fuel and pursue your passions. Those are the things I know. So that's the stuff I do every single day. Yeah. So if I could share that with people, and if I could give them the chills that I feel, That's all I want to do.
Yeah, man, that's like that's super encouraging to hear that, you're making such an impact, not just only locally, like, but globally as well. And that's really huge, and that's really encouraging for me as someone who really encourages other people to just go after the things that make them happy and bring them joy in life. It's encouraging to see that, you've not only done that, but you're impacting the people around you as well. And that man, like, that makes my heart like just like beat. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's exciting. Like, when we talk about, like, as an, like, artist to artist, I've played in bands in the past, and like, what do you think the landscape for as an artist is going into 2017? Like, what does that look like to you?
I think artists are gonna have to seriously get their shit together in 2017. Like, it's just, there's so much opportunity out there, but there's also so much competition. And so, it depends. Like, 30, 40 years ago, you'd have to get super lucky and land a record deal. But now you don't. Like, I started my own record label with nothing. Like, I recorded my own record with, like, nothing.
You're recording now, right? Like, you're recording another album. I saw that on Facebook the other day.
I'm in the process of recording my record and a record for my friend Julie, and then my brother's coming in to do a record. So, like, I think if you're an artist going into 17, you should be super excited because the opportunities are abundant. Like, you can record your own record at home. You could go to your buddy's place and record a record. You could go and record a song in a high quality studio for $100 a song.
It's crazy, eh? Like, it's just like I look at, like, when we were recording when I was in high school, like, like, scrounging up all the money we had, driving, hours away in order to, record live off the floor, and now, like, for $100 a song, you can record an actual EP, like, track by track. Like, it's totally different. It's a different landscape. The opportunities are endless.
And then you pay $100 and it's on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, all these other.
The distribution that, like,
it's just
we would like back in the day, we'd have to huck CDs at people in school. Be like, man, come to my show tonight. Buy my $5 CD, please, for the love of God, buy my $5 CD. And man, like, it's just like we phrase a lot of questions. Like, opportunities are endless, and I really believe that going into 2017, like, like you said.
One of the things that really affected me was something I heard one of my mentors say, Tony Robbins. He says, it's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. And I mean, so many people, they just don't have the resourcefulness. It's like, I don't have money to put a record together. It's like, okay, well, go get money. Like, go make money, go get a job, go help somebody, go add some value to somebody's life, and you'll get money. Or like, I don't have a guitar. Okay, we'll go to a pawn shop. You get a guitar for $50. Like,
flip something. Buy a bunch of, like, CDs and flip them online. Like, or buy a bunch of, like, go to yard selling. I saw somebody the other day online, essentially buying random Disney crap online and flipping it on eBay for 5 times the price. It's like, opportunities are friggin' endless. And it's cool to see that, that you really picked up on that, just with everything that you're doing. So tell me a little bit more just about recording. Like, what is the album going to look like? Can you give us a little bit of a sneak peek?
Well, you know what? Like, I was in a band for a few years as well. You know this. I played in a punk rock band called Butterball.
Oh yeah, loved it. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, man. We go way back.
Oh yeah, way back.
But I found, like, I first started writing music when I was 15. So the songs were about, energy drinks, girls, parties.
I remember you there up on stage just rocking out.
Just sweat. Like,
just buckets. What was it called? What was the place called? Twisters. Was it Twisters? Like, at that point in time?
Twisters, then it turned into Encore. Yeah. Encore was when that was my time.
Yeah.
It was great, man.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I started off writing really immature, kind of fun music, and it was great. It made me happy. Yeah. And then as I grew older, and, like, being a teenager, life got complicated, and so a lot of my music started to become about my depression or about my anger issues or about just, like, problems I had with friends or relationships. And so music for me, songwriting, became a place where I could vent, became a place where I could kind of get over my feelings, get over myself. And it was an amazing experience for me. But what I found was, like, I just didn't want to go back and listen to the music. It was just so depressing. And so, like, it was real. It was authentic. It was, like, true emotions, true feelings. But, like, it's just, I don't even want to know about my depression or about my anger anymore. Like, I'm ready to move on. And so with my new music, really, I got 10 songs coming up on this record, and every song is, like, a different life lesson that I learned. The record's going to be called Paradigms. It's basically meaning, like, perspective, like how my life has shifted, how different each song kind of shares a different mindset shift that I've had over the past 2 years that have completely changed my life. And so it's amazing when like you play a song for somebody and they feel the emotion that you felt writing that song.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I write
Nothing's different than that. Like, being able to physically express something, and then somebody really even singing back that word to you, singing back that lyric. There's nothing like it.
Like, I could sit here and, like, I could just tell you what the song's about. I could tell you the exact lyrics of the song, but to actually play the song and to hear it and feel it, that's how you transfer emotions. I mean, music has saved my life in so many ways.
That's awesome.
And so, like, it's this new record for me is just, I want to create positive, inspiring music that hits people. Like, I want to make people cry, I want to make people laugh, I want to make people dance. So a little bit of everything. You're gonna be laughing, crying, and dancing at the same time.
All three things, all three emotions, all in one, like one little box.
Yes.
Oh man, that's gonna be great. Yeah, man. Like, honestly, like, I just I want to take this time to just thank you for, being on the show, and just thank you for, taking this time just to explain exactly what you're doing with your company, as an artist. And I really just want to end this episode of Create Purpose just with, like, you asking our audience a question. Like, what is, like, one specific thing that you want to know? Maybe that they can answer a question. Answer your question.
I want to send people on a journey here.
Let's go.
I would ask you guys to look deep within and ask yourself, is there something that I've been lying to myself about? Or another question, have I been completely honest with myself, truly, genuinely, have I been honest with myself about who I am, what I want, and what I want to do in life and where I want to go? And just ask yourself that. Sit down, meditate on it, take a minute, and it'll take you places, man.